Hello ASVAB warriors, I am your mathematics knowledge coach Vivek, and in this video we are going to solve part 2 set of questions for mathematics knowledge question paper. So question number 1 says that if y equals to 6, then 2y times y equals to what? So guys, whenever you see this type of questions, the first thing that we should do is just simplify the equation like this. 2 times y, and what do we have for the value of y? Value of y is nothing but 6 times 6 times 2. So what will I do now? 2 times 6 is nothing but 12 times 6, as it is 12 times 6 is nothing but 72. So as you guys can see, option B is correct. I hope you understood this. Now with that we will be moving on to the next question. So the next question says that if 0.05 times x is equal to 1, then x equals to what? So I'll just write down the equation again. 0.05 x equals to 1. Now the most important thing in order to alienate this x is, like, the problem is 0.05. So what will I do? As we all know, 0.05 is in multiplication with x. So I will divide both the sides by 0.05, 0.05. So this 0.05 will get cancelled. On the left hand side we only have x. Okay, now on the right hand side is where we get 1 over 0.05. Now there are two decimals in the denominator. So what do we do when there are decimal points over here? So there are 2 digits to the right. So what do? I will simply multiply this denominator with 100, just in order to remove this digits in the right hand side of the decimal. And because I have multiplied the denominator with 100, I will also have to multiply the numerator with the same number, which is 100. So what do I get? 100 over 5. Now it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. 100 divided by 5 is how much? 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, and 0, 20. So 100 divided by 5 is nothing but 20. So the option B is correct. I hope you guys understood this question as well. Now, if you have any doubts into this particular type of question, you can just let me know about it in the comment section. Okay, now with that, moving on to the next question, which says factor 9x cube plus 18x square minus x minus 2. Oh my god, what do I do? So first thing that I'm going to do is try to make a group of 2. So what do I find common in these two now? I can see 9 and 18. So 9 can be taken as common in these two. So 9, x cube and x square. So what can I take common? X square. Now what is left? If I have taken out 9x square from this, what is remaining? Only x plus sign as it is. Now if I have taken 18 from 18x square, if I have taken out 9x square common out, what will be remaining? Just 2. Now I will be talking about these two signs. So first thing, I don't think there is anything common between these two, but I can consider -1 as common. Now because I have taken -1 common, the x will be positive. If I take out -1 common from these two, this negative will become positive again. Now if you observe these two terms, this and this, what do I see common? X plus 2, x plus 2. So I'll just take out that common term over here, and the remaining, what is remaining? 9x square minus 1. So what do I see? I have my answer over here, which is nothing but option A. And if we have to factorize it completely, it can be further more factorized, because if I can see this 9x square can be written in the form of 3x to the power 2 minus 1 to the power 2. So which is nothing but a square minus b square. It can be further written down as 3x minus 1, 3x plus 1. And this x plus 2 will remain as it is. It is not given, the further factorization is not given in the let's say options, but if it is given, I wanted you guys to understand this, because I'll just write down the identity for you. A square minus b square equals a minus b times a plus b. Okay, so if they want to factorize or simplify the answer into more possible options, you can even go ahead with this, or else our answer was this only according to the options. So with that knowledge, let's move on to the next question. So the next question says that solve for x. 5x plus 7 is equal to 6 times x minus 2 minus 4 times 2x minus 3. Oh my god, so much big equation to solve. So first thing, always solve it step by step. I will just write down the equation on the left hand side, which is 5x plus 7. Now here, I need to multiply this 6. So I'll just multiply directly. 6 times x is nothing but 6x minus, as it is, 6 times 2 is nothing but 12. Now guys, remember one thing. If there is a negative sign before any parenthesis, we are going to change all the sign when we open the parenthesis. What I mean by that? Negative 4 times positive 2x is going to be negative 8x. So here it was positive, I changed it into negative. Here it is negative, it is going to be positive. But why exactly? Negative 4 times negative 3 would be positive 12. So either whenever you see a negative sign behind any parenthesis, you change this plus to minus, minus to plus, or else you can just try multiplying. Negative 4 times positive 2x is negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 3 is nothing but positive 12. I hope you got it. Now, let me further solve it over here. Alright, the left hand side as it is, 5x plus 7. Now here, 6x minus 8x. 6x minus 8x. As 8 is a higher number or a bigger number, we will just take the sign of it. So negative 2x minus 12 plus 12. Oh my god, it was so difficult to answer this. It's 0. So I will not mention it also. Okay, now let me send this 2x to the left hand side. So what do I do? I'll add 2x, add 2x. What do I get? 7x plus 7 equals to 0. Now, what will I do? I need to send this 7 over here. So I'll subtract 7 from both sides. What do I get? I'll get 7x equals to negative 7. Now I will divide both the sides by 7. What will I get? 7, 7 cancel, 7, 7 cancel. X is nothing but equal to negative 1. Because it was negative 7 or positive 7. So option B is correct. I hope you guys understood this as well. If not, please let me know in the comment box. I will again solve it for you using some different video. Okay, now with that knowledge, let's move on to the next question. The next question says that a circle measures 12 feet in diameter. What its area to the nearest foot? So first thing guys, what is the given data? It is only telling us about the diameter. So I'll write down, if the diameter is 12 feet. Also remember, diameter is always 2 times the radius. So if I want to find the radius, I will have to divide the diameter by 2, which is nothing but 12 by 2, which is nothing but 6 feet in this case. So radius is nothing but 6 feet. Radius is always half of the diameter. Always remember that. Now, why I was finding the value of radius? Because the area of the circle is given by the formula pi r square. So pi is nothing but 3.14 times the radius is nothing but 6 times 6. So what do I do now? 3.14 times 36. Now for some time I will just forget about the decimal point while multiplying the numbers. So I'll just multiply it over here. 314 times 36. 4 times 6 or 6 times 4 is nothing but 24. 2 carried. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Now, because I have moved on from the ones digit to the tens digit, I am going to put a 0 over here. 3 times 4 is nothing but 12. Carry the 1 over. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. I'll just add everything up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 2 is 10. So I'll put a 0 over here, 1 over here. 8 plus 4 is nothing but 12 plus 1 is 13. So I'll put a 3 over here, carry the 1 over. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. Now, remember, we forgot about the decimals for the instance while multiplying. So how many digits were there at the right hand side of the decimal? 1, 2. So what will I do now? 1, 2. So this is our answer. 113.04. So now 113.04. So what is the nearest foot to it? 113. So option C is correct. I hope you got it. Now let us move on to the next question. So the next question says that, what does it say? If negative 5x equals to 25, x equals to what? I'll just write down the equation again. If negative 5 times x is equal to 25, isn't it easy peasy lemon squeezy? You guys can just pause the video, try solving it, and come back after 30 seconds and try solving it. Like, see if the answer is correct or not. Till then, I'll just solve it. So negative 5 times x is equal to 25. So what do we do? Divide both the sides by negative 5. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. So what do we have over here? X. 25 divided by negative 5 is nothing but negative 5. So option A is correct. Now let's say if you guys are finding out some problem in dividing the negative numbers, we can try doing it this way as well. Negative 5x equals to 25. Multiply both the sides with negative 1. Okay. Negative 1 times negative 5 becomes positive 5. X equals to 25 times negative 1 is nothing but negative 25. Now you guys can divide both the sides with 5. So what do we have? 5 divided by 5 is nothing but x. 25 divided by 5 is nothing but 5, and negative sign remains as it is. So x is nothing but negative 5. So option A is correct. I hope you got both the methods of doing it. Now let us move on to the next question. So the next question says that 3 times 3 times 5 minus 2 times 6 plus 2 equals to x square. And what is the value of x on top of that? So many difficulties at the same time. What do we do? So there are two ways of doing it. Okay, one is the easier way, one is the difficult way. Not difficult, more steps and less steps. Okay, so first I am going to solve it using the more steps way. So first thing, 3 times 3 becomes 9 times 5 minus 3 is nothing but 2 times 6 plus 2 is nothing but 8 is equal to x square. Now what will I do? I'll multiply all these numbers first. 9 times 2 is nothing but 18 times 8 equals to x square. Okay, so 8 times 8 is nothing but 64. 6 carried. 8 times 1 is nothing but 8 plus 6 is 144. So x square. Now, if you guys know that the square of 12 is 144 or the square root of 144 is 12, fine. If you guys don't know, there is a method of solving it. How do you do that? So first thing, this method is called as prime factorization method. So first thing, what will you do? You'll write 144 in the right hand side. Find the least prime number that you can divide 144 with. I think 2. So 144 divided by 2 is nothing but 72. Least prime number that you can divide 72 with is 2 again. So 72 divided by 2 is nothing but 36. Now 36 divided by 2 is nothing but 18. 18 can be divided by 2 again. What do we have? 9. Now you cannot divide 9 with 2, you can divide 9 with 3. So if you divide 9 with 3, what would you get? 3. And 3 can be divided by 3. You solve it until you get 1 in the end. So now, if you want to find the square root, guys, so what do we do? Look, we find pairs. So 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 times 3 is nothing but 12. So the square root of 144 is nothing but 12. If we had to find the cube root, we have to take a pair of 3. Okay, triplet we have to take. So triplet, one number will come out triplet, one number will come out triplet, another number will come out. When you multiply those, you will get the cube root. Okay, now as you know, square root means what? We need to find a pair. So another way of doing it is what? So let's do it this way now. So 3 times 3 is 9 times 5 times 5 minus 3 is nothing but 2 times 6 plus 2 is nothing but 8 equals to x square. Now as we know, we have to find the value of x only. So what we will do? Taking square root on both the sides. And then I am going to find the prime factors of all these numbers. So what do we do? Under root 9 can be simplified as 3 times 3. 2 is as it is. 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2, which is nothing but, now square root of square of x will be nothing but x only. Now what do we do? In order to find the square root of numbers, you form pairs and bring it out of the square root. So 3 times 2 times 2, nothing is remaining. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 2 is nothing but 12. So x is nothing but equal to 12. Here we have our option as B, which is correct. Now, I hope you guys have understood this. If you want me to solve few more questions like the previous question, let me know in the comment section. I will surely solve some more question if you comment only. Now, let's say, what does the next question say? X times x to the power 2. Oh ho ho. So there are no numbers given over here. They are just simply saying x times x to the power 2. So for context, I'll just write down a law or a rule of exponents which will help you out in this type of questions. A to the power m times a to the power n is nothing but a to the power m plus n. Okay, now here, if there is nothing, so it is what? X to the power 1 times x to the power 2. So what do we have? X to the power m plus n. What do we have? 1 plus 2. So x to the power 1 plus 2 is nothing but x to the power 3. So option D is correct. Always remember, guys, whenever you are multiplying, the powers are going to be added. Okay, whenever you're multiplying, the powers are going to be added, not the coefficients. Okay, now moving on to the next question. So the next question says under root 5 plus x whole square equals to what? We have just solved this type of question before, I think 3 to 4 minutes only. Okay, so what will I do now? First thing, I'll write down the question clearly. 5 plus x whole square. What does this whole square mean? You can just cancel the square and square root out. Or else, and why can you do that? Because remember, square root always means, okay, I'll just write it down here. If this is the case, square root of n is nothing but equal to n to the power of 1 by 2. If it is cube root of n, which is n to the power 1 over 3. So if it is square root, I'll take it like this. So 5 plus x whole square, power of power. Now I'm going to apply another law over here. A to the power n times a to the power m. N is nothing but a to the power m times n. So what will I do? 5 plus x in parenthesis 2 times 1 over 2 to cancel. So we have 5 plus x to the power 1, which is nothing but 5 plus x. Okay, so this is why we can just cancel out this square and square root directly. So what do we do now? If you find any such kinds of questions, now let's say if it is under root x square, so you can just cancel this square root and square, this x will come out. If it is like this, a plus b plus c whole square, square root, so square root and square root will get cancelled, answer will be nothing but a plus b plus c. Okay, I hope you have understood this question. Now, if we have to move on to the next question. So the next question says that 3 times 2x minus 5 minus 2 times 4x plus 1 is equal to negative 5 times x plus 3 minus 2. So first thing that I'm going to do, simplify this. Okay, I'm going to simplify this. So 3 times 2x is nothing but 6x minus 3 times 5 is nothing but 15. Now remember guys, there is a minus sign over here. We can either directly change the signs, okay, or else I'll just explain it to you. Negative 2 times positive 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2 equals to negative 5 times positive x is nothing but negative 5x. Negative 5 times positive 3 is nothing but negative 15 minus 2. Now, what do I do? So first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to simplify the like terms. So 6x minus 8x. 6x minus 8x is nothing but negative 2x minus 15 minus 2. So negative 15 minus 2 is nothing but negative 17 equals to negative 5x minus 15, like let's say negative 15 minus 2 is nothing but negative 17 again. Now here what do I see? Basically what I am able to see over here is negative 17 on both the ends. So first thing that I will do is add 17. What do I get? Negative 2x equals to negative 5x. So now first thing, let me add 5x to both the sides. So what do I get? 3x equals to 0. Now if I divide both the sides by 3, what do I get? 3 cancel, 0 by 3 is nothing but 0 only. Therefore x is nothing but 0. So option A is correct. Now I hope you guys have understood this particular question. Now let's say with that we have come to an end of part 2 of the mathematics knowledge paper set question. So let's say if you have any doubt guys, you can just ask that to me in the comment box. If you want me to focus on any particular topic, you can let me know by putting that also in the comment box. And if you understood something from this video, I would urge you to please like, share, subscribe and comment on our videos. This is your mathematics knowledge coach Vivek signing off. Thank you so much. Have a good day ahead.